A couple of thoughts on the market, as well as things that I found in crypto, as well as altcoins that I would consider getting into at the current levels. We're also going to talk about the Bitget wallet and a couple of features in there fairly soon, as well as some updates when it comes to node projects like Delysium as well as Myria over here, and something that I found recently, which makes hosting nodes, like any type of nodes, much more affordable, called Node.io, as well as the airdrop that happened for Particle Network. And for anything mentioned in here, obviously everything is linked in the description down below. Don't forget, nothing in here is financial advice. Let's start with thoughts on the market and then go into the Bitget wallet, because I think there are a couple features in there that you might like a lot. Market, kind of boring. We had the jump recently over the past week back up to like 87 to 88,000. Now we're down again. This seems to, in the broader scheme of things, just wiggle up and down, up and down. If you ever get into trading bots, I made a video on those, for example, a couple years ago. There's something called a grid trading bot. As you can see in these grids over here, you would simply select your parameters, like anything at 86,000 and above, sell, anything at 82,000 below, buy. And it would then simply buy here, sell there, buy there, sell there, and would repeat that over and over and over. Now, we don't know how long this is going to continue. People like Alex Becker think that this is probably the last shakeout. I mean, every single week is the last shakeout, but you know, this can end at any moment, and then it's only going to be up from here. Hard to say. I would simply say you find the coins that we're going to talk about, for example, that you might want to buy and hold long term, get them, done, be happy. And where can you hold those coins and trade cross-chain? Maybe in Bitget wallet. I mainly started using on my phone. Pretty sure it's available on PC as well. It's the Bitget wallet. Compared to other wallets, this one doesn't suck. Let me explain. Most of us, we are signed up to like 20 different exchanges, which is great. But the moment an exchange gets shut down or they have some liquidity issues, your funds are kind of lost, right? We say, not your keys, not your crypto. So if you never have access to the recovery keys of your wallet, people can just take your crypto, which means we need something like MetaMask or Bitget wallet in which you keep your own crypto safe. Now, why this one out of all the ones you could use? They have cross-chain swaps. That's something that I talked about in the last couple months more and more. The main reason is if I have money on, let's say, BNB, I have $100 in USDT, and I want to swap it to anything else, I have to use different sites, right? I either have to send the money to an exchange and then buy the currency I want there. In this case, everything is in one app. So I can simply use USDT and then with cross-chain swaps, get XRP on Ripple, for example. I don't have to install anything else. I don't have to sign up to anything else. It's in the app. You want to buy Bitcoin? It's in the app. And it makes this so much easier to simply swap it that way. They also have something else, which is mostly important for smaller coins called MEV or MEV protection. Well, I'll show you the technical explanation here. Imagine this. I buy something which is publicly on the blockchain. Crypto is transparent. I buy it for $10. Somebody else with computer magic sees the transaction before me, increases their gas fees, so their transaction goes through before mine. They buy it before me here. I buy it in between, and then they sell it right after. And especially in lower cap coins and memes and things you would like to trade, that can lose you like 1 or 2% extra. A random fun fact, there's one guy for the past like 2 years called Jared from Subway, who's been doing this to make like $1 million a day or so. They get over 130 different blockchains available as well, which means if there's something new that comes out, like Barrel Chain like a month ago, you can buy tokens on there without getting a new wallet, setting things up, getting tokens, depositing that for gas, makes it a lot less complicated. And they also have hot picks available, usually when things trend on Twitter or X, right? Like the Ghibli meme over the last couple days. That is picked in the app, and then it also gives you statistics, which is important. I'm part of a couple different Discords and private communities, and it's nice to see what people trade, but it's even better to see and verify with data that what they talk about has real hype behind it. And then if you actively trade, they have like a $500,000 prize pool, I think, in which they feature like a $60,000 BNB trading challenge, which means if you trade tokens anyways, that would be on the Binance Smart Chain, and you use the wallet instead, then you can potentially, depending on your volume and all that, get a whole bunch of free money for something you would do anyways. Now the wallet is free, I will have links in the description down below, maybe even QR codes if I'm fancy so you can scan it right there. And what is also kind of cool is they have a rewards page. One is for the first week of signing up, and I think there's some other rewards as well, in which you can like take a quiz or do simple things, get some free money, and I do like money. I also like when things are less complicated than usual and it saves my time, and this works pretty well for that. Talking about coins specifically, there are 2 coins that I wanted to highlight. The one from the thumbnail, in case you didn't see it, is simply OM or Mantra, because this one is holding strong. This does not seem to care what the market does at all. This just stays at 6 billion in market cap and is happy. And while this one is something that I personally hold for the past like 8-9 months or so, the other coin I would get into that I would suggest is Hyperliquid, in case you never get into it. Also top 30 coin with number 27 in here. We're up like 1 or 2%, but this doesn't matter too much. It stays somewhat strong over the past week, down a lot though. I think we peaked at like $35 or so. Yeah, 34 over here, just in December of last year, around Christmas. The team buys back like $1 to $2 million a day off their token. This is going to, you know, even though it's just a third that is in circulating supply, that technically gets diminished day by day because the team puts in money. The volume, not that high, but it's something that is 100% undervalued at the current amount. If we think that things like Ripple and ADA recently had a big surge where like 10, 20, 30 billion dollars went into it, this I feel like should go back there. I mean, at least a 2 or 3x back to all-time highs from 2-3 months ago is expected. And with them being listed pretty much everywhere, this easily is, in my opinion, going to be the blockchain to house or finance, trade, build apps, and all of that. And right now, I simply put my money into things like, you know, top 10 coins, mainly Bitcoin, and then you just accumulate, right, and do nothing. You can buy more alts, but obviously you want to de-risk a little. If you want to buy something that is somewhat secure and probably gives you a bigger and better return than Bitcoin, this might be it. Hyperliquid seems to be pretty good. People like it. Smart money is getting into it. Consider it. Other categories that I got into a lot more last year, not so much in the last couple months, but last year a lot, was notes. Things like Delusium paid off fairly well. Like every single note that I have for Delusium, I think got their return on investment and is making profit actively. So whether this one sits at 64 cents as the all-time high or at 6 cents right now, profit is profit. You can simply wait and accumulate. It's probably going to be higher than a 75 mil market cap. And for some of the nodes that we talked about, like Myria, for example, you need to host those nodes. Now, when it comes to node hosting, you have to spend money on that, right? You have to rent a virtual private server, pay monthly or pay for uptime. And when it comes to Myria, they stop being worth it because I used a server called Vulture, and the requirements that Myria nodes need, they cost like $40 a month now. Used to be 28, now it's 40, and the price is down by like 90%. So it's not worth it anymore to even run the nodes. Until I found the next thing, and that is NerdNode.io, which not just has Myria, for example, or Pliable that we talked about as well. They also got things like the Gala Games founder nodes. They have Last Expedition, Common Ground, Gala Music, Spider Tanks, Metaflora, and a couple others. Which means if you do require hosting online, this is cheaper and works better and is faster than Vulture. Now, obviously, I haven't used that many different node services yet that I can compare to, but from the point of view of, I don't want any struggle or, you know, issues with this. I simply want it to work. This works, makes me happy. You click on Run My Nodes, you select how many. Then in the case of Myria nodes, you need to select your API key and submit that. You submit that, done. That's all you gotta do. It's so simple. I like that. They skip all the extra steps where I have to put in more work, and they simply make it happen. Speaking of tokens like Myria, for example, at this value, like 22 million in market cap, definitely undervalued. At these prices up here, probably overvalued. But I think now that over a year passed since these all-time highs here of 200 million market cap, and it's down 90%, they had a lot of time to build. They had this entire time and marketing money to build. And once gaming as a category is going to take off, Myria as well is going to do quite well, I think. We've even seen it recently that I think Superverse, the game by Elio Trades, this recovered quite a bit. I think this up like 20-30% in the past month, or like, you know, from 40 cents down here up until 60. Obviously it depends on when you buy and when you sell, but there is some money that is flowing into gaming now, making it for higher all-time lows. Lastly, that we talked about before, kind of what Bitjet Wallet also offers, but, you know, particle network that we mentioned over the past 2 months, and that is you have one account and you can trade anything on any chain. Obviously, not every single chain is listed. I think Bitjet Wallet has a couple more, but you guys seem to like it. It works for me without any issues. Sometimes the gas fees are a bit high, but they over here had their party airdrop. Party is the token. I got about, I think it was 3,500 tokens. To be fair, and I'll be fully transparent here, I got them, right? The tokens came out, and whenever tokens get released, this happens where there's some hype, people buy it, people sell it, they trade it, right? There's 290 million in volume, and then it goes down because people like free money and it's probably going to go down. So I just sold all my tokens here, like right away. I was like, okay, great, free money, take the tokens out, because we've seen what happened to Pudgy Penguins, which was at, looks kind of bad. This was a 2 point something billion? Yeah, 2.7, 2.9 billion, even a market cap, and is since down almost 90%. I sold my tokens somewhere here. I think at like $2. Because I thought, if you get free money, take it immediately. Because people like free money, and then also take the money out, and then you know it goes down. So don't feel bad for airdrops to just sell them immediately. It seems to be the best strategy. Long term, very likely this is going to be great and worth much more than what it is right now at like 50 mil market cap. But I wouldn't trade this. I would wait like a week or two, probably just use the service, farm maybe more tokens if there's another airdrop campaign. Just simply when it comes to making trading easier, this makes it easier, and I like that. Everything that we talked about, linked down below, obviously not financial advice. I just want to show you a couple thoughts on, you know, things in crypto. Overall, you gotta wait. There's nothing I can do, there's nothing you can do. Sometimes we feel like it goes back to 87,000 and above, 88,000. Is it going to break out? No, it doesn't. There are major levels, major ceilings that have to be breaking through at like 90k, 92, 95, 100,000. Once all of that is through, whew, easy money. Add a 1 or 2 in front of that. But until then, take some time. This simply gives you more time and opportunity to buy Bitcoin at the current price before it's too late. So let's say you could afford 1 Bitcoin right now. In 2 months from now, this might be at 150,000, and then you can't afford that. So in case you still need money to buy one, this gives you more time to get the money to buy it. You get the idea. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.